Mia. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. What would you like to talk about?
So I've been kind of feeling dissatisfied with where I am right now in my life. I don't feel like I'm where I want to be. I don't think I always thought I would be successful and have a career, but I'm not there. So that's been hard to deal with.
Okay, so where you currently are in life is not where you had pictured yourself and is not what you consider successful.
Yeah, I don't consider waitressing successful, and that's what I'm doing. I always wanted to work in the criminal justice field, and I'm not there. I'm just waitressing, so I feel like disappointed and just really upset with myself that I don't have that success that I had planned to have.
Okay, and what was the success that you had planned?
So, I plan to go to college. There's some things that got in the way. I ended up getting pregnant, so I couldn't go to college. And I got married. Me and my husband, we got married. So there's just a lot going on. So I just couldn't, I didn't have that time to go to college. So my plans just got completely changed.
Okay, so it sounds like although you had this aspiration to go to college, a lot of things that kind of happened along the way, which happens in life, are just kind of got in the way of doing that. And now you're at this point where you're not feeling like you are at a spot where you want to be.
Yeah, I'm not happy with where I am.
Okay.
I just wish that, obviously, I wish that I had gotten pregnant later, but at the same time, no, because I love my son.
Right,
so
right.
I was so happy that I have him, but the timing was just not where I planned or had expected to happen. So
Okay, so you keep saying planned. You had this plan.
mm-hmm.
Can you tell me a little bit about what your plan was?
Yeah. So growing up, my parents are very successful. They're both doctors. I didn't want to be a doctor, but I still wanted to be high position. So criminal justice was always interesting to me, and then specifically from that was law. So I did think about, maybe I could be a lawyer.
Okay.
So I really hope to do that. And in high school, I had a little mini law class, and that was really interesting. So I was like, ooh, I definitely want to major in that when I go to college. And then, nah, that didn't happen. So my plan, was to become a lawyer and eventually get married, have kids. But I still wanted to be able to work too. But I am working now, but it's not where I want it to be.
Okay, so you had this kind of image in your head of what your perfect life would have been, and you wish that you were able to achieve that goal.
Yeah, I really wish it worked out, and it's hard to look back and imagine that plan and then just see how drastically different it is than what really happened. So that's hard.
Right. Understandable. I mean, it's definitely a hard feeling to see and feel dissatisfied with where you are. So that was your plan. So in your ideal world, on the other end of the spectrum, you're right now you're feeling dissatisfied and you're unsuccessful and you're not meeting your expectations. So if you were able to reach those expectations, what would it have looked like?
I feel like I would probably be a lot happier with myself. So I just feel happier. Also, I think I would be more successful. Right now, I'm just getting minimum wage, so I mean, my husband's making the money, so he's the provider. I feel like I'm not contributing as much. Where I am working, I don't make that much in tips. It's this like local place that's not really anything special, but I'm there. So I just feel like I'm not living up to that like expectation. So I feel like in the future, if I were to like be where I wanted to be, I would be working at a better job. I'm probably definitely have been educated because I didn't have that experience. Um, and just being like equal to like my husband because I don't feel like I'm there.
Okay. I'm hoping you can kind of help me understand, why is being successful so important to you?
I just feel like I would feel better about myself and like my identity. Like I feel like growing up, I was very involved with school and like I did really well. Um, so like being successful educationally was always important to me because I knew that that would get me into where I wanted to be in the future. So yeah, just I want to be successful for like my purpose. Like I feel like I'll have a purpose kind of.
So you feel that your self-purpose will be determined by your success and your prestige level.
Yeah, I definitely do. Like I don't think that when I look at myself, I just like don't see success at all now. I just kind of see, and also what I think other people are probably seeing too is just like, oh, this 18-year-old got pregnant and had a baby and now is a waitress. Like I just don't see anything that's good about that.
Okay. So I just want to recap a little bit and make sure I'm understanding correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong. So you had these big aspirations and these big dreams for yourself that you feel would have really helped improve your self-confidence and given you that kind of purpose feeling in life that you yearn for.
Yeah, I really think that if I had that success, I would be so much happier. And I really think that if I did go to college, I would have been so much happier than I am now. So it's like, I know that there's that chance where I could go back to school, but that's hard too because there's so many things that I have to deal with within that. Like, I don't even know where to go with that. I also am so busy as a mom too, so that gets in the way of figuring out education, and I want to be there for my son. Like I don't want to abandon him in a way, and I feel like that he might feel that way if I like did go back to school or something.
Okay, so you're feeling really conflicted, because on one side you really love your son and you love spending time with your son and you don't want him to feel abandoned like you said, but you also kind of feel, it sounds like you're abandoning yourself. You're abandoning your own dreams and aspirations and what you want for yourself.
Yeah, I do feel like I'm kind of putting myself and like my desires on like the back burner, where like because I am taking care of my son and like I am kind of like the homemaker because I'll work when he's at school, but then after that I come home, I pick him up, and then I'm like, getting dinner ready for my husband and then just like cleaning up and all that. So I wish that I could be able to do something more and not be in this position. I just don't like how I don't have that education. It's really hard.
So you really keep mentioning education. It sounds like education is like what you really feel like you need at this point.
Yeah, I just think that, like I said, looking back, I always was doing well in school. So I always knew I'd be able to go to college and do well in college. I didn't think that I would have a problem in that area of my life, but I just never got there. And so not having gone through that whole process and seeing everybody else have been able to do it, like I get like envious of them because I'm like, oh my gosh, they went to school and they have their job, they're happy. And then I look at myself and I'm like, I didn't go to school, I don't have my job, and I'm not happy.
So, it really sounds like in order to accomplish what you want, education is what's taking priority right now.
Yeah.
But your ambivalence is coming from the fact that you don't even know where to start.
Yeah. I really just don't know where to start. And also my son too, I like don't want to like I said, leave him, and then I just feel guilty because if I'm going to school, then I'm gonna be wasting money on school, and like my husband is already like trying to, pay our bills, so it's like I don't think I'm contributing that much because of my current job. So then I feel like I'll be taking away even more money if I go to school. So it's just like it's a tough spot for me.
It's a tuffy situation.
Yeah.
A tough situation.
It is tough.
It's a sticky situation is what I was trying to say, because you're feeling like you're not contributing, but the only way to make the money to contribute is to go to school.
Yeah, exactly. So that's like the hardest thing, because I know, like, how else am I gonna get that success that I want? I have to go to school. Like, I know that. So that's what makes it so hard. It's like, I know that, but I just can't do it because there's other things getting in the way, such as like I said, my son, feeling guilty, and then just like figuring out how to even apply and like go to school. I don't know.
Okay. So you're saying you know that you need to do it, and you know you want to do it, and you know you can do it.
Yeah, I know. It's like I know all of that, yet I just don't do it.
In a hypothetical world, I could wipe away all the problems of your ambivalence and your son and the bills and all those other responsibilities you have.
Yeah.
Would you do it?
Yeah, like if I didn't have to be the sole like caretaker, I think that it would be so much easier for me to just like do it. And ideally, that's what I would want to do, is be able to go to school, and I just hope to get there.
So I'm wondering if I can provide some kind of information for you, because I know you're saying you don't even know where to start, you don't know anything about the application process and everything like that. So because I know a big concern for you is being able to take care of your son, still be able to provide that like homemaker aspect of yourself. Are you aware you can take classes online?
I feel like I heard that before, but I guess I didn't really think about it in like this sense. Yeah, I never really thought about it for myself.
Okay, and what do you think about it?
I think that would definitely be a lot easier for me, because I would then be able to be at home and I could be with my son whenever he's home from school. I mean, I hate leaving him by himself. I mean, he can be by himself, but like he's still young, so it's like I want to be there for him.
Okay.
So I think if I was able to take classes online, I'd have that ability to spend time with him, and maybe he wouldn't feel as though he's like alone, and because I don't want him to feel alone. Like I want to be able to be there for him. Right. So I think that would definitely be a good option for me.
Okay. So it's definitely something that you consider.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So as long as that's something you'd be willing to consider, I wonder if I can share a little bit more with you about the process.
Yeah.
So when it comes to college, obviously financials are something that we need to consider, and especially I know that's something that you were feeling guilty about.
Yeah.
Are you aware that you can get student loans and like through the government loans and school loans and scholarships?
Yeah, I don't know how any of that works.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, what I can do for you is I can provide you some papers and take-home information about how to apply and all that kind of information, so that you feel like this is something that it definitely sounds what you want to do, and you definitely know that you need to do it. So I would like to be able to provide you with that information if you're comfortable with that.
Yeah, I need that information for sure, because I don't know anything about like applying for loans. I don't know how it works. I don't know scholarships. Like I don't know how to get one, so if I could get money from like the government to help me, that would be so beneficial for
Yeah,
me.
I think so too.
And I would love that information. Like
Okay,
that would
yeah, I can
definitely be
definitely
helpful.
provide that for you.
Okay.
So with this application process and looking for schools, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being absolutely not, I won't even consider it, 10 being I don't care what I have to do to get there, I'm going. I'm just wondering, where do you fall on that scale of going to school to kind of accomplish these goals?
I think I'm probably like a 7.
A 7? Okay.
Yeah.
So 7's a pretty good number. So, why 7 and not, like a 4?
I think if I was a 4, that's kind of like, I don't even really think I'm gonna do that. But like a 7, I think I really know that this is what I want to do, and I know that there's now even hearing like that there's online classes, like that makes me. I feel like before I probably would have been more like a 6, but like hearing that there's this other option kind of like pushes me to be like, okay, like there is definitely more of the likelihood for me to actually go to school.
Okay, that's great. Okay. So again, looking into your future direction and your goals that you want to accomplish, I mean, can you explain to me how you feel about the realistic aspect of this?
I think like realistically this is something that I could do. It's just a matter of figuring out like when and how to go about it.
Okay.
Yeah, but realistically,
it's possible.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you were able to kind of figure out those kind of kinks in the chain, those things that are kind of getting in the way for you right now, you would want to do it.
Yeah.
And if you, okay, so I know we kind of touched upon this before a little bit, but I really, now that we kind of know that this is an option and you know that this is something that is feasible, in your future, if you were able to go to school and accomplish those dreams, and in the process of schooling, can you kind of help me walk through, like, what would that look like for you, and how would that, like, now that you know it's in reach, how does that feel for you?
It feels a lot better. Like I feel kind of like just I do feel excited. Like okay, like this is definitely a possibility for me. So I feel excited, and I think that if I was able to get to that point, like I just feel a lot happier with myself, and just feel like wow, I had these dreams so long ago, and like now I'm finally there. So I just think I just feel very accomplished and proud of myself if I was able to get to that point.
Like sense of accomplishment.
Yeah, I would feel so good about it.
Yeah, and I want that for you. I want you to get to that point.
Thank you. Yeah, I like feel it in me. Like I know like I want this. It's just taking those like steps to get there. So that's just where I am right now.
Right, and I think you know this is what you want. You know you can do it. You know it's attainable, and you know that it will help kind of get to that point that that little girl image that you had for yourself is now becoming your reality.
Yeah, and like I have always wanted that growing up. Always wanted to have that successful story, and like I just pictured it for myself. So to actually get there would just make me feel really good and just like I said, accomplished and proud of myself.
All right. Well, like I said, I will go and print out that information for you about the FAFSA and financial aid and all that kind of information. And maybe this is a good start for you to kind of prepare yourself and really see how obtainable this goal is for you.
Yeah, that would be so helpful for me.
All right, sounds good. And then if you want to meet back with me next week and see, if you are still feeling the same way, we'll talk about that then.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem.